What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. RCL. Listen, I was out of town in Texas visiting my brother, so I wasn't really able to make some videos, but I did upload some footage so you guys can check out Texas. I had a great time. El Paso's a great town. It's actually grown a lot since the last time I was there. It's been 10 years now, maybe probably 12 or so, 10 or 12 years since I've been there. It was dope, though, man. My brother really stepped up and it was really hospitable, and we had good times, man. I got to see my nephew. I got some footage of him. I'll probably be uploading it. He's a cute little boy, man. He's uh, a year and 3 months, but he's smart little man. Good looking little kid too, man. He's a little savage. But anyways, man, I was wanted to talk about Oscar De La Hoya. He was asked. He wasn't. Maybe somebody asked him in his live, but he was in a live with his tranny girlfriend, and they asked him who would win in a boxing match right now, Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez. And to be honest, he gave a fair assessment. If you really think about it, he said right now, if they were to fight right now, he said he would pick Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo Lopez has experience as far as boxing Lomachenko. You know, he boxed Lomachenko, and that is a lot of experience. Lomachenko is an amazing fighter, and he beat him. But you don't go against who you're promoting, dude. Like that's Ryan Garcia is under his stable, like of fighters, like of Golden Boy Promotions. You don't go against your fighter. It doesn't matter if they ask you if he could beat Deontay Wilder. Like you don't say that the other guy's gonna win. That's fucking stupid. Like I would say for Ryan Garcia, my advice for him would be to get the fuck out of Dodge ASAP. Like if you don't smell the coffee now, you're just not gonna smell it. But I know Ryan Garcia has gone into it with De La Hoya before, and he's not stupid. He's not stupid. So I think he's going to jump ship eventually to Canelo Alvarez. I think it's Canelo Promotions. He's going to jump ship to Canelo Promotions and continue his career there, which I think is a smart move. I don't think you need to be under a guy who's hating on you, man. And this isn't the first time. This is another. This has happened before, where they've had issues in the past where Ryan Garcia felt that Oscar De La Hoya was lying on him as far as the Pacquiao fight, which we later found out he was. So you don't want to have issues like that with your promoter, man. Your promoter's supposed to instill confidence in you. He's supposed to have confidence in you and give you confidence. So you don't want to turn your head and be like and see some news where your promoter's like, yeah, I don't think my fighter can win against this fighter, or talking down on you in any way. And he was, and he has in the past. So I think Ryan Garcia will definitely have to reevaluate what he's doing and reanalyze his situation, really look at his contract and how to get the hell out of that contract. And I think maybe Canelo will end up buying him out of Golden Boy Promotions because if you guys remember, Canelo had a lawsuit with Golden Boy. He got out of that contract and now is by himself. He is a free agent in boxing, and there really is no free agents in boxing. I think he's pretty much the only free agent right now. And his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, is actually his manager and his trainer, which is amazing to do both of those things. I mean, his trainer has had trainer of the year 2 years now. And I think he's going to get manager of the year after this. If everything goes well with Canelo and Sweet Cheeks Plant, I think he will definitely get manager of the year. So I think it was messed up about Oscar De La Hoya to go against his fighter, man. And like I said, this is not the first time. I think Ryan Garcia is going to be a little bit upset about this, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he clapped back. I don't know what he said, but he definitely clapped back at Oscar for saying that, for picking, Teofimo Lopez. Although, like I said, look, man, the assessment was pretty legit. I have to admit, I would agree. If Ryan Garcia fought Teofimo right now, I'm not going to say he would lose, but definitely it would be a tough fight because Teofimo Lopez does have that advantage when it comes to experience, fighting a top tier pound for pound fighter like Lomachenko and beating him. Although that fight could have gone either way, but I would say Teofimo did win that fight. Um, so I don't know. Look, man, Ryan Garcia is a young gunner. He's strong. He's fast. He's a star. He's been knocking out everybody he's fought. So again, these both of the guys are very, very talented. And if I'm promoting a guy like Ryan Garcia, I'm not going to go against my fighter. That's really stupid. Like I don't know what the guy was thinking. But again, Oscar De La Hoya was drunk. It was a rant. This guy's known to be on cocaine all the time. You guys saw him wearing those female high heels and pantyhose and taking all those pictures with crack and coke and the prostitutes in the hotel. So, you know, Oscar De La Hoya may not be all there, guys. You know what I mean? He was an amazing boxer when he was young. He was one of my favorite boxers. He was great at what he did. But these days, the guy's not all there, man. He was going to supposedly come back and fight, that MMA fighter who ended up fighting Holyfield and beat the brakes off of Holyfield. Holyfield can barely even throw a punch now, which was embarrassing. And he's over here bragging. But that's neither here nor there. That's another subject. But again, Oscar, I think it's fucked up for doing what he did, and that was really stupid to do, man. So yeah, he picked Teofimo. He went against his own fighter, and that's just something you don't do. It is a dirty business, man. It's a lonely business, and it's lonely at the top, man. It's dirty. It's a dirty business, man. These promoters, you never know what you're gonna get with them, man. So and like I said, that's why Canelo Alvarez ended up, buying himself out of the contract, just like Floyd bought himself out of Bob Arum's contract, and then he became his own promoter. So Canelo Alvarez is smart. He's following the footsteps of Floyd as far as the business goes, and that's a very smart move. Now the Wilder Fury 3. Uh, my pick with that is Tyson Fury. I think if Tyson Fury prepared well, the way he's supposed to prepare, and we never know with Fury what we're gonna get. So if he prepared well, I think he has Deontay Wilder's number. I think he wins again easily. He's too skilled for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is a one-trick pony. I don't think he would have picked up too many skills in a span of 6 months or whatever it was that he's been training with the guy Malik Scott, whom he knocked out before, which is weird to have somebody you knocked out training you, which is fucking weird. But again, boxing is a weird game. It's a savage game. So we'll see. We'll see. I think, hey, look, man, if Wilder, hey, look, I could be wrong. Wilder could have improved. If he did improve and he can hit those body shots and have those good reflexes and pivot and get good footwork and his legs get a little stronger, look, man, I may be wrong. He may beat Tyson Fury, but I just think Tyson Fury has his number, man. And if he came prepared, I think Deontay Wilder has nothing on him. So we'll see. We'll just have to see about that. They're both talking shit back and forth. I heard Deontay Wilder on the Standalone podcast talking smack about Tyson Fury cheating, and he just will not leave it alone. He's throwing out all these excuses about the water, about the outfit he had coming out, and about now Tyson Fury having loaded gloves. And Tyson Fury came back being sarcastic, saying, "Listen, yeah, I had loaded gloves. I'm gypsy. I had horses. I had so much metal in there from the horseshoes and all this stuff." So he was being sarcastic, man. At the end of the day, dude, he beat him fair and square, man. Look, the commission's in there while he's wrapping his gloves. Deontay Waters trainers in there while he's wrapping his gloves. Suleiman is in there while they're wrapping the gloves. The WBA, gentleman who runs the WBA, Suleiman. So look, man, it's really difficult for somebody to cheat these days. You know what I mean? So the fact that he threw out all those excuses from the very beginning, man, is just embarrassing for Deontay Waters. So I hope he does come back and is able to defeat Tyson Fury. That would be dope. That would be dope. But I just don't see it happening, man. But if it does, I'll be happy for the guy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy for either guy that wins. I think the better man wins, and that'll be awesome to see the best man win that night. And it's coming up, man. One more week, so we are in fight week. So I will be updating you guys more on that. As far as Anthony Joshua goes, he was defeated by Usyk. So I now have to put Usyk right there in the conversation for pound number one with Canelo Alvarez, just because he is the cruiserweight undisputed champion, and he is the um, heavyweight champion right now at this time. So that is a superb accomplishment, man, to come from cruiserweight and step up to heavyweight and defeat one of the best fighters in the heavyweight division like Anthony Joshua. I think that puts you right up there at number one. And Canelo at number two until Canelo becomes undisputed. And after Canelo becomes undisputed, he goes right back at number one and Usyk at number two. That's what I have right now as one and two, just based off of what's happened. And I think Usyk is a great fighter, man. He looked like a bigger Lomachenko out there. He really outboxed Anthony Joshua. But Anthony Joshua is a beast, man. He's no pushover. Everybody was, saying, look, man, he lost, he sucks, he got exposed, and this and that. These are all, fair weather fans that don't really watch the sport of boxing and don't really understand how great and how good Usyk is. So look, they're gonna have a rematch. They want an immediate rematch, both of them. So they're gonna run that back. And Anthony Joshua has proven in the past that when he runs it back, he comes back and he's able to make those adjustments. He did it mid-fight with Klitschko. Mid-fight, he did it. He got dropped. I think he got dropped. He came back and dropped Klitschko and beat him. So he's proven he can make those adjustments mid-fight. I think he had a bad night, and maybe even Usyk is just that good, man. Like I said, he's that good. So he's proven he can come back in a rematch against Andy Ruiz. When he lost to him, he came back, made those adjustments, and won easily. I think he won every round except for one, something like that. He just beat his ass. So I think he's proven that he can make those adjustments in a rematch. So I'm not gonna, doubt him. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he can come back and beat Usyk. He's gonna have to fight on the outside. He's gonna have to jab, move, jab, jab, move around and fight on the outside. And Usyk's gonna have to find a way to get on the inside. And he came prepared this last fight. So he came and he got on the inside. He was using that left jab, that left hand was getting in very easily. Anthony Joshua was definitely frustrated. So I think he'll make those adjustments in the rematch, and we'll definitely see a different Anthony Joshua. We can't just write this man off. He's been a great fighter for years. He's still a dope fighter. You can't knock him. You know what I'm saying? His accomplishments speak for themselves. But you got a guy like Usyk, who was a superstar, man, and people were just not expecting Usyk to come like that. And he came with it, man. He came with the fire. So I think the rematch will say otherwise. I think Anthony Joshua will come back and reign champion again. And then hopefully we'll get the winner of Wilder and Fury to fight the winner of Usyk and Joshua. Andy Ruiz right now is on the shelf. I think he just had surgery, so we'll see what happens with him. He really needs to pick up his game because he's been out of the loop for a minute. And I can't wait for Canelo Alvarez and Sweet Cheeks Plant to come up, man. I cannot wait for Canelo to put that beating on Sweet Cheeks. Sweet Cheeks does not have enough. Those pillow punches cannot keep Canelo away for too long, man. I think the eighth round I think Canelo will put him away. Sweet Cheeks has to move around and pillow punch his way out of the fight for 12 rounds. I don't think he can do it for that long. He has to give Canelo something to worry about, and he doesn't have the power to do that. He has to hit Canelo with something for Canelo, like Gennady Golovkin, right? With the Triple G Canelo fight, where Triple G was just giving him, and even then, Canelo was coming back and firing back. You know what I mean? He would get hit and fire back. Like he took Triple G's best punch and fired right back. And then the second fight, he had Triple G on the back foot the whole fight. So, look, man, there's no way Sweet Cheeks is better than Triple G. I don't think he'll give Canelo a better fight than Triple G. And even Jacobs, man. Jacobs looked like a C fighter, man, level C fighter against Canelo. He couldn't even hit Canelo. If you run that fight back, Canelo had amazing head movement, and he couldn't even hit him. So I think Caleb, he talks a lot of shit. He talks a lot of trash, but can he back it up? Hopefully, he can back it up. Can he back it up? I don't think so. I think there's nobody better than Canelo right now in that division. From 168 to 175 to 160, I think Canelo beats everybody right now. He's just that dangerous. Uh, even what is his name? The guy who was supposed to fight. I can't pronounce his name, man. I don't want to screw up his name, but uh, he was supposed to fight him at 175, and I think even then he'll beat people in 75, man. Even the most dangerous guys. I think that guy has like a 90% um, knockout rate. So I think Canelo can even go up there and do some damage. So Canelo's that good, man. He's just a different breed. He can even fight southpaw, and he hasn't shown that yet. You know what I mean? I've seen him in the gym fighting southpaw, and he hasn't even had to do that yet. So he says he'll only go southpaw if he needs to do that, and he hasn't ever needed to do some shit like that. And I think he might even be a little bit better southpaw, man. But he's just a beast like that, and nobody's outworking this guy. And his trainer he's that good, man. They do a lot of repetition in the gym, just over and over and over again, practicing one move, and then they apply it in the gym. I mean, in the gym, obviously in the gym, but they apply it in the fight, and Reynoso is really good at gauging the other fighter and downloading their data and then telling Canelo what he's doing wrong and what he needs to adjust and what he needs to do to counter what the other man is doing mid-fight. So and Canelo is as well. So they got, he's got his brain, then he's got his trainer's brain. If he's not registering something, he goes back to the corner and he asks his trainer, and his trainer will say, hey, this, and that. So, those, they just got a great team. They have a great team, and they're Mexican. So, I got to represent for my Mexicans out there. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for this fight, November 6th. And then Fury Wilder coming up here in a week. And we'll see what happens with Teofimo. I think Triller is done. They're out. They're not doing the fight. He's not doing the Cambosis Jr. fight. I think that's out. It's out the window. So I think Teofimo is going to go crawling back to Top Rank. And they're going to have to sign him up for that Lomachenko fight again, man. Number 2, Lomachenko, the rematch. But I also think Lomachenko just signed a deal with another fighter. So he's going to have a fight coming up soon. And then after that, I think Teofimo and him should run it back. So we'll see, man. There's a lot of stuff coming up in boxing. As you know, boxing's been a little bit dim lately because of COVID and all that. So we've been, I've been rocking with the UFC, watching that a lot. And so we got the Diamond, Dustin Porrier. He's going to be fighting for the title here very, very soon. He just finished inking up a deal. So he's definitely fighting for the title, and we're going to have to check that out. Dustin Poirier, the guy who knocked out Conor McGregor twice. Although the second time I feel like, Conor broke his ankle. I don't think that shit counts. But people are counting it. He got the W, and we'll just have to see what happens with the championship fight. Let's see if we can get that gold strap. Let's see if we can get the strap. You know what I mean? Anyways, man, that's the video. That's the news. That's all I got for you today. It's Mr. RCL. You dig?